All right, guys, next up, we're doing Texas style turkey breast. All right, this is a boneless, skinless turkey breast. We're gonna get it out of the package here. If I can get it out of the package, you gotta be careful with these. All right, so. Because these things are in here really good. All right, so first thing, nice turkey breast there. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the skin, okay? And usually I like to take a knife and kind of, notice how, like, let the knife do the work here. All right, just kind of lightly use the knife, try not to nick the breast, which I did slightly there. And then once you get to where it's pretty much off of the meat, you can just kind of do one last, there it goes. And then usually there's a little bit of kind of, I don't know, this kind of film, that's okay. What I'm looking to take off though is just like, you see this right here? I'm looking to take this stuff off. No, nobody's gonna want to eat that. So take that off there. And then on this side, just remove a little bit of that. You really don't have to worry that much about this silver skin because there's not that much of it. Just if you see some hanging off like this, just take it off. And so what we're gonna do, here is the breast. So obviously this is just a massive, like, think of it as just a massive chicken breast, right? So the top part of it, this is the bottom part of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna season this thing. We're gonna put it on the rack. We're gonna shape it, because how we shape it is how it's gonna cook. And what I'm gonna do is put this part as far away from the fire as possible, because that is going to cook first. So let's get to seasoning it. Let me wipe my hands here. First things first, flip it over. And for a binder, I like to use mayo on this. So take about a teaspoon and go mayo. And really this amount should cover the entire thing, right? You can flip it over. You really just want to give it just a nice little, just a nice light covering of mayo. And then I've got a clean hand right here. So with this hand, I'm gonna take some cooking spray and I'm gonna just spray this baker's rack here, because I'm gonna use that. I love cooking with these racks. You don't have to, you know, once you put it on the smoker, you can actually move the rack and not the actual product. You don't have to touch the product. So, all right, so we're good there. Now let's season this. I'm doing a little salt, pepper, garlic on this one. So, not too heavy, but try and put it on as even as possible. It's windy out here today, so if it's not perfect, that's okay. And then I'm also going with just a little bit of fajita rub for color today. And this is just gonna give it a, once it hits that post oak, it's gonna just give it some really great color. Okay, so that's that side. Let's give it a nice gentle pat. Then our presentation side right here, let's go back with the SPG. And then our fajita rub. That looks pretty good to me. Just this edge right here. Maybe just right here a tad more. And then actually with this glove, this is my clean hand, but I'm actually gonna use it, and as soon as I pat this in, I'm gonna remove the glove, and then I'm gonna use this other hand to actually place it onto the rack. So I'm all patted. If I patted with this hand, I would be removing rub. So I don't wanna do that. Now, I can remove this one, my hand's still clean. Then I can pick it up with this one and I can place it. I'm actually gonna place it on the rack like this way, because again, the smoke is gonna be coming from this way and it's gonna hit it like this and just kind of go over it. Let's get this turkey breast on. I'm gonna place it way back in here. And so, far away from the fire, we're gonna watch it. This thing's probably gonna take about 3 hours to do. All right guys, I've got my turkey breast here. It's at 130 degrees internal, so it's time. I took it off of the smoker. It's been smoking for about 2 hours now on the post oak. So now it's time to give it a butter bath, all right? So I've got my butter that I've been smoking, right? I'm going back with my trusty smart water bottle. And then this pan is really hot, so let me just pour this in. Doesn't matter if you pour all of it in, that's totally fine. Okay, so now that that's all in there, let me get my paint sprayer going again. I've rinsed it out, because remember I was spraying beer with it earlier. That's why I love this thing. You can spray butter, you can spray beer, you can spray glaze. I mean, that's why I got an actual paint sprayer to do this. So now let's just load it up a little bit. All right, now let's give it a spray. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna put a little more on here. That looks good to me. Now we're gonna wrap this thing up and really just, there's no fancy method here. It's really just crumpling it up, getting it nice and tight, make sure there's no air escaping. So that's why I've got it double layered here. Keeping in mind that the bigger side is going to continue to face the fire, just because this thinner side is probably, you know, a little bit further along. So we're going to go back on the smoker and we're going to check it in 30 minutes. Let's check the turkey. I've got a hole right here. Okay, I'm at 153. This is close. My target temp here is 158. So probably another 10 minutes or so on this guy. All right, guys, we've got a turkey breast here. Remember, we been working on this turkey breast for a good 3 hours. Let's unwrap it out of the foil and let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. Look at that. Holy smokes. That is gorgeous. Let's move this over here. Move this out of the way. Try not to drip it everywhere. Look at that turkey breast. Okay, so same deal. Here's how I like to slice a turkey breast. You can kind of see the way the grain is running. So let's go ahead and give it a slice. Look at that. Okay, fourth slice. So juicy. All right, let's give it a taste. Goodness gracious. That is amazing. Let's go ahead and continue to slice this guy. But that is traditional Texas smoked turkey breast. Look at that.